Welcome to the Just Learn Crypto show. Today we're sitting down with Samir Bendali from Coinpayments. Samir, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about Coinpayments.
So my name is Samir Bendali. I've been with a company called Coinpayments for the last 3 years of my life, and it's truly showed me how this beautiful industry of cryptocurrency that we all work in can actually change lives and change the world as we know it. Coinpayments started out in 2013 as one of the first altcoin processors in the world. So at a time when Bitcoin was just kind of finding its way, and there was tons of companies coming out to support the Bitcoin infrastructure and the Bitcoin technology, Coinpayments was founded to create infrastructure to basically support all of the other altcoins and all of the other digital currencies that people were coming up with. It was basically built as a support system for the entire cryptocurrency industry and a simple way for merchants and individuals to be able to transact with crypto and have like a record of it online. Mm-hmm. So Coinpayments basically partners with e-commerce platforms and shopping carts and makes it easy for merchants to be able to accept crypto for payments for the goods and services, and makes it easy for users to store all of the different cryptocurrencies that they want to hold or transact with in one easy-to-use wallet.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So you guys are more of like a service industry. Like there isn't necessarily a Coinpayments coin that you guys have or anything, right?
Well, in the big ICO craze of 2017, we actually decided as a loyalty back to our current user base, we actually surpassed 2 million users by the year there. And we wanted to give back a little bit. So like a lot of other exchanges and platforms are launching their own native token, we decided to airdrop a Coinpayments coin to all Coinpayments users that were holding wallets on our system. Cool. With that coin, they can actually get 50% discounts on all merchant fees, and they could also buy cool features like Pay by Name. Pay by Name is a technology that we innovated a couple of years back, and it actually makes it super simple for the average person to transact with cryptocurrency. The way we do that is essentially you start up with a Coinpayments account, and by purchasing a Pay by Name, you get something called a net key. And that allows you to nickname your Bitcoin wallet. So we like to call it a cash tag here at Coinpayments. Okay. It's basically $sign with whichever nickname that you decide to create. Nice. So for me, it's $sign the Batman. And by sending money to $sign the Batman on Coinpayments, you can transact with any of the 1,000 currencies that we accept today.
Cool. That's really cool. So with that service, I mean, ideally, it's really a big push for mass adoption. On the Just Learn Crypto show, we really focus on teaching people the use cases of these coins, making it simple for them. It's one thing to, to be a developer or a coder in this space and have the knowledge, but a lot of people in the world still, I'd say over 90% of them don't own cryptocurrency. They find it's, maybe even too complicated to get into. So you guys have a service with Coinpayments, not only for e-commerce websites and for actual brick and mortar retail stores, but you guys really are an all-in-one wallet for individuals, right?
Exactly. And just to touch on like simplifying crypto for a mainstream kind of crowd, the way we've really penetrated the merchant and e-commerce market is by not only having your traditional like API and IPN systems to allow people to create their own integrations, but obviously that's too complex for the like everyday person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we partner with platforms like Shopify and Magento and WooCommerce for WordPress. So anyone in the world making a website to sell goods online can now just click a button and within minutes be able to accept crypto through Coinpayments.
That's really amazing, man. That opens up so many doors, so many avenues for regular people to start getting involved in crypto. And it's something that isn't really being talked about a lot. I mean, there's so many businesses, even right here in Ottawa, where I live in Canada, that are starting to accept cryptocurrencies, integrate cryptocurrencies, and we consult a lot of businesses with our Just Learn Crypto team here to actually push mass adoption. That's our number one goal, is putting it in people's faces. And through companies like Coinpayments, like you, we're really able to facilitate that so much easier, by making it possible for you to go buy that cup of coffee with a cryptocurrency. And, you hear a lot of people talk about Bitcoin. It won't be a currency. It's going to be a store of value. But you give people the option to have other currencies to be able to spend those as a currency and still keep, hodling your Bitcoin.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm a true crypto guy at heart. Like I hold 95% of everything I have in the world in cryptocurrencies today. I get paid in
Nice.
cryptocurrencies, and I try to spend cryptocurrencies as much as possible in my daily life.
Nice.
Um, but as a business, Coin Payments has tried to simplify this for the user and the merchant. And we know that cryptocurrency is still in its infancy stages, and we're not really there yet to the point where you could run operations of a traditional brick and mortar business with accepting crypto.
Yeah.
So what we've done is allow merchants to either transact with USDT by auto converting all incoming payments directly into a stable coin, or we have fiat settlement options in 8 different currencies around the world that will allow you to run your business, accept crypto, and then settle into dollars in your bank account, because we know that businesses have bills to pay and they can't necessarily pay those with crypto yet.
Yeah.
So
So
we're
walk me
trying
through
to find
that.
a way.
Walk me through that process then. So a store signs up with Coin Payments, say a coffee shop. So do they run this program on like a tablet? Walk me through it from a customer walking in who's going to pay with Dogecoin.
Okay, so as it stands right now, Coin Payments is primarily an e-commerce platform. That just means it's primed for retail on the internet.
Okay.
That's because we have shopping cart plugins built out, and it just makes it a little bit easier to
Yeah.
transact online. We've started to, especially in Vancouver, penetrate a little bit of the brick and mortar side of things. Like, for example, we have a haircut place in North Van. You can go get your haircut with
Mhm.
Coin Payments, and there's some bars that accept crypto for
Well, I've got a
payment.
restaurant right here in Ottawa that I'm getting signed up with Coin Payments in the next couple days. So
That's awesome.
breading,
So
breading.
the integration process is super simple.
Yeah.
We've developed a mobile app that will work on Android right now, and we're about to release an Apple version as well.
Okay.
And it gives you access to your wallets on one side of it, and then a POS on the other side. So we
Okay.
make things super, super simple for the brick and mortar business. You open up the POS on the app. I can actually show you guys right here to make it real nice and easy. You open the Coin Payments app on your phone here.
Oh, you're not going to show us your PIN code? What's wrong, man?
I'll gotta show you the PIN code. Well, we got a POS system right here. It's a click of a button, and all you have to do is type in the amount and the number of tax by percentage, and you get to select through your list of coins here. So
Wow.
I prefer to pay.
How many I noticed on the website today, you guys have now over 1,000 coins. And
That's true.
last week I was only seeing about 600. So what happened in the last week? Like, you guys now can accept.
Well, no, last week was about 900. We've been steadily adding coins over the last year or so. I think we went from 125 a year ago to just over 1,000 today.
Wow.
And one reason is we enabled ERC tokens to use our services for wallet. That means our payment systems, our API, our POS, our shopping carts have access to just over 100 different coins or tokens. But anyone using an ERC token that needs somewhere to store it can just send it to Coin Payments and have a safe place to have it there.
Nice. So for your online application for plugins on e-commerce sites, does the e-commerce store actually take possession of the crypto? In terms of when someone buys a t-shirt off an e-commerce shop and they pay with Bitcoin, are they actually seeing the private keys? Are they possessing that Bitcoin and then sending it to you guys to exchange it to fiat, or do you guys hold it and exchange it to fiat? Like, how does that process work?
So there's a couple different options. We try to keep the system as diverse as possible to really have a comprehensive solution for anyone to transact however they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Now, Coin Payments is a custodial wallet right now. There are plans in the future to change things up a little bit. However, if you're using our payment system, you can go into the coin settings and basically switch out your Coin Payments custodial wallet for a wallet of your own where you hold the private keys.
Okay.
Reasons we have like the standard custodial side of things is just to make things a little bit simpler and easier for people who aren't very familiar with crypto and don't understand how to be in charge of their own private keys. But if you do have, for example, a Trezor or a Ledger wallet, you can take that wallet address, plug it into your Coin Payments payment system, and then all incoming payments will just use the Coin Payments payment software to accept the transaction, and it'll be forwarded directly to your own private wallet.
Oh, that's really cool. That's a really easy way. Now, what about businesses that see the advantage of integrating cryptocurrency in as a payment method, but don't want the volatility of holding on to the crypto. You know, what if the market goes down and they're $2 that they just got for a cup of coffee, now it's only worth $1? What do you guys have set in place to minimize volatility risk for the owners?
And yeah, exactly. That's why we have added the fiat settlement side of things, because we
Okay.
understand businesses can't take risks at that
Yeah, of
level. You can't afford to be losing the money that you live on,
course.
right? So we partnered with a company called Wire, and they allow you, once you've gone through their KYC process, to settle everything directly into fiat in a bank of your choice and a currency of your choice.
Awesome.
So depending on the relationship you make, I mean, you can find different ways, like stable coins or whatever you're comfortable with. But the fiat option is definitely the easiest for businesses.
That's really cool, man. So when did you get into Bitcoin? Like, you obviously you've been into it for a while, but like, tell me your story about when you first either heard of Bitcoin or the first time you bought Bitcoin. I want to hear that.
You know, it's a great story. I love telling it because I was actually a bit of a critic the first time I heard about digital currencies.
Who was it? Who was it?
To be honest, I actually laughed at them. I thought the whole idea was silly and it didn't make sense to me. But
Bird money.
my interest, and I paid attention to what was going on. And the founder of Coinpayments is a guy named Alex Alexandrov. He's a close friend of mine. And I remember back in the day, he was one of the first Litecoin miners and really into crypto when it first started out. And he was talking to me about Bitcoin, and he's like, "Come on, man, you got to get into this." And I was like, I don't trust it, right? Like a lot of people did the first time you tell them.
Of course.
And I watched and watched. I think Bitcoin was like $2 at the time.
Oh. Okay.
And next thing you know, Bitcoin's at $1,000, and I'm like, "What have I done? I would have been a millionaire," you know. And he's getting tied up on this FOMO hodl side of things. And at the time, I was a bartender. I'd have been in the hospitality industry by choice for my whole life. Both of my parents were professional chefs, and I just kind of learned from them and got into it. And I remember Bitcoin going on this tear, and Coinpayments was just growing exponentially. And obviously, we're still close friends with Alex. And as the company was expanding, they were looking to bring on new people and needed more help in growing the company. So I was given the opportunity to learn from the master and join this company and turn my life around a little bit. And,
so right place, right time, and knowing the right people, right?
Right place, right time with the right person. And I dropped everything and started to learn about crypto. I think my first Bitcoin was actually $400.
Wow.
And it actually makes me laugh when people are like, "What about this Bitcoin crash that's going on right now?" I'm like,
I know.
Bitcoin's still like 20 times what it was when I first bought it. So I don't know what crash you're talking about.
It's all relative to when you start hearing about it. Yeah, it's all relative to when people hear about it. I mean, we had a huge spike in attention. People were getting into crypto last year leading up to Christmas when we were seeing all-time highs. I was advising people to, just either hodl what you have or even sell at all-time highs. Definitely, I wasn't advising people to buy. It was a crazy time. We had so many people coming in that were just regular people, moms, dads, your aunt and uncle. You heard about it at Thanksgiving dinner, and people were downloading Coinbase, hundreds of thousands of people every single day downloading it. And we almost saw $1 trillion market cap with crypto. And that was all built up just from hype. That was just regular people. That wasn't even institutional money. I think there was like 10 to 20 ICOs coming out a day. It was definitely a crazy time last year. Any ICOs that you've been involved in, or any that you're watching right now, or what's your opinion on ICOs?
Oh man, the ICO market, it just got so crazy last year, and there were so many projects coming out. It's like, why do you need a token? There's not enough people, in my opinion, building infrastructure to make the cryptocurrency industry successful. There's not enough people building layers and layers on top of existing technologies to help encourage mainstream adoption and to help increase education amongst the masses. And I think that's the most important thing we're missing right now. It's awareness and education in the industry. And I mean, there's a lot of guys out there doing some really great things to help that along. But I think we here at Coinpayments are really trying to push that mainstream adoption of using cryptocurrencies as a currency.
Yeah.
And I mean, with the whole ICO craze, like, yeah, our volume went crazy for a while. And I mean, now we have over 1,000 tokens on our platform,
Yeah.
But realistically, there's about 100 that get used on a frequent basis. And even with this downturn in the market and a little bit of like a stable 10 months we've had here, you're actually seeing the number of transactions per day from a merchant point of view are going up in cryptocurrency. Not a lot of people know that. That's
Mhm.
something we have like an inside view of from the coin payments side of things. And from this time last year till now, I can tell you that our transactions per month are up almost 100%. We're
Wow.
doing twice as many Bitcoin and altcoin transactions every single day.
Other
And
than Bitcoin, what would be the second biggest currency that you guys are seeing volume in?
so right now, you have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and then Dogecoin is actually,
Oh, go.
and then you got your Dash and your Ripple. Those are probably the top six most transacted with on a day-to-day basis.
Cool, man. You said that you use it as much as you can in your day-to-day life. You use as much crypto. What do you find yourself using the most? I mean, me, I find myself I transact mostly in Bitcoin. 90% I use in Bitcoin. But what about you?
Yeah, to be honest, Bitcoin is just the easiest to be able to spend. It's accepted more widely everywhere,
Mhm.
and at this time, with altcoins going the way they have been lately, Bitcoins are most of my holdings. So it just makes it easier to use. You know.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, here, listen, I've got your website up, so why don't we pull up the site? I'm going to screen share it here, and let's
Sure.
take a look at the Coin Payments website. So, as you can see, now we have over 1,000 altcoins that you can use online for only 0.5% fee. So you guys have a really low payment processing fee compared to payment methods like Visa, debit, credit cards. So that must be a huge advantage for people using crypto. Um, got over 1,000 coins. This is the pay by name thing you were talking about. So you can actually make
Absolutely.
yeah. So you
So
can make a
using the
profile.
Coin Payments coin, we airdropped any of you can buy one for free. However, I think it's only about $2.99 USD worth of crypto of your choice to purchase your own pay by name and be able to transact. So
Nice.
imagine being in a store and you could be like $ Sean's crypto store, and people could pay you in any one of our 1,000 currencies just using that cash tag.
Awesome. So here's some info about the airdrops, and you guys have a vault as well. So you guys are using some sort of cold storage to hold coins through those wallets until people either switch it to fiat or send it to their own personal wallet.
The vault is an additional layer of security that allows you to set a timer to release your coins. It's almost like a three-factor authentication.
Okay.
So you request a withdrawal and you go through your email or your Google Authenticator to verify that it was you withdrawing those coins. Depending on how you vaulted them, you can set 24, 48, or 72 hours before the coins will actually be able to leave the vault. So it's just an added layer of security for people that are holding larger balances.
Wow. And you guys have 2.3 million vendors across 182 different countries. That's a huge number, man. That's awesome. I mean, it's crazy. Like, you don't hear about this. You don't hear people talking too much about all the ways that you can actually spend cryptocurrency. We're hearing a lot of in the news lately. It's institutional money's coming in. This exchange is shutting down. An ATM in India just got seized. Like, you hear a lot of negative stuff in the space, but in the reality of it, there's companies like Just Learn Crypto and Coin Payments and all these merchant services that are making moves to actually drive mass adoption forward. So that's amazing, man. It's awesome. And I'm happy that as Just Learn Crypto, we're going to be working with you guys to spread this around a little bit.
Yeah, you see it every day now, man. It's real people buying real things with cryptocurrency. And that's what these currencies were made for, especially from a cross-border point of view.
Yeah.
Like, I live in the Cayman Islands now, and my brother is in Canada, right? I know, my life's so hard. But for like someone to send money from the Cayman Islands to Canada, it can take you over 2 weeks through a bank.
Wow.
And with Bitcoin, I could have money to my family in minutes, and we can transact so easily and cheaply. It just makes way more sense.
Absolutely, man. There is talking on news again. There's so much news out there. Where do you go for your news? What are the articles or sites you're checking out in the morning to stay up to date with Bitcoin?
Oh man, some of the news has been just so brainwashed lately, to be honest. Just like you're saying, everyone's so negative and talking about the bad things in crypto when there's so much good happening. It doesn't really make sense to me. I think we are desperately in need of an unbiased news producer that doesn't charge $100,000 to publish an article on them,
Yeah.
and someone who actually cares about the well-being of this industry to start to share the good things that are happening, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's our goal with Just Learn Crypto. We want to be that media source. We want to be talking to people like you and letting you explain your company, your service, your product, so that people like me, regular people that use cryptocurrency or want to get into it, can actually do it safely and have, like you said, an unbiased place to come get your news. So definitely appreciate you being on the Just Learn Crypto show. It's exciting times, man. We've got a lot of people ready to come on and share some good stories and actually talk about some good news. We're going to be doing a monthly newsletter from Just Learn Crypto that's going to be coming out on January 1st. That'll be our first issue. So yeah, there's, you know what, you hit the nail on the head. All you're seeing right now is a lot of negative stuff, but there's companies like Coinpayments and Just Learn Crypto that are actually doing things kind of behind the scenes and driving forward that mass adoption. And it's stuff like that that's going to make the difference.
Absolutely. And I want to talk a little bit about what we're about to be launching, just to help be a one-stop shop for crypto and really simplify the user experience. As I mentioned, we've been around for 5 years. We've been doing the whole payment processing thing and really focused on the merchant experience. But I believe that driving things forward to actually get mainstream adoption, we need to simplify the user side of things and make it really easy for people to get into crypto, get out of crypto, use their crypto. Right now, we're using a lot of third-party platforms to provide services, for example, fiat settlement and conversions. But within the next couple months here, we're going to be launching our own exchange, and we're going to be able to facilitate people buying into crypto from their bank accounts or credit cards directly into whichever coin they like. We're going to be able to allow people to exchange between the coins that they want to use and the coins they want to hold, and we're going to allow people to settle directly into their banks from those as well. So that gives you kind of the whole start to finish supply chain of your money, you know? And
Awesome.
with all of this, we've been redesigning. Our website looks pretty good, but we've been redesigning it to really, truly simplify what our offering is and how you can maximize your use of the crypto. So within the first quarter of next year, we're launching a completely revamped Coinpayments 3.0, we're calling it.
Nice.
And it's going to completely change the way that people can transact with crypto. We'll be coupling that with the launch of a new app for iOS and Android, as well as a whole whack of new services that have never before seen.
So where's the best place for people to stay up to date with what you guys are doing? I do have ready to share. I'm going to share it real quick. You guys have a, where is it? You guys have a blog.
Yeah, the Coinpayments blog is relatively new. We've started up over the last year to try to engage our community and connect more with our users. And this is the best place to find any releases about what's happening with Coinpayments and what we're going to be doing in the future.
So that's just blog.coinpayments.net. And how often are you guys updating that?
That gets updated almost daily right now.
Awesome. Good to know. And then what about social media? Like, are you guys, where are you guys most active? Do you guys have a Telegram group?
We have a Telegram group. And like most Telegram groups, it kind of gets over flooded. And that's something I've realized in crypto these days.
Yeah.
We just absolutely swarmed by bots, and it's a little bit out of control and hard to keep track of.
It literally can be a full-time job just moderating a Telegram group. And
you know, and that's the thing. That's become a full-time job. Crypto community manager for Telegram, because you've got up like 50,000 people in these groups, and it's going out of control in different languages, talking about different things, and it's hard to really filter through all the good information.
Yeah.
But our Twitter is very, very active.
And that's okay. What's your Twitter handle?
You can find us at CoinPaymentsNet.
Okay.
Twitter.com/@Coin.
That's awesome, man. And yeah, you said it. I mean, just to touch on bots a little bit, and just general like kind of scams that are still going on in the crypto space. We saw a lot of them in 2017 with so many new people coming into crypto. There were, companies like BitConnect, USI Tech, these, high yield promising, will guarantee you X%. And I still get messages for them all the time, man. I get these, mining contracts or Forex guys or just anything. We guarantee 70%. It's a big problem, and especially for new people. And at Just Learn Crypto, we're really focusing on bringing new people into crypto and helping them avoid those situations. So, can you share any experiences where you've either been scammed or almost got scammed, or know anyone firsthand who got scammed or ripped off really bad?
That's a tough one. I think any of us who've been in crypto this long have been scammed at least once,
Yeah,
and unfortunately, that's a bad stigma around the industry right now. But by kind of bridging the gap between starting out in crypto and learning about crypto, we're trying to provide a platform with Coinpayments that's secure and safe to operate on. And I think hopefully we're past the period of people being able to launch projects like BitConnect and get that type of attention.
yeah,
I think that type of mainstream hype that we saw around ICOs and the crypto industry at the end of 2017, it was the first time that you've ever seen that much attention around
yeah,
blockchain or crypto. And unfortunately, people didn't really know much about it, so it was very, very easy to get someone scammed into something. I
mhm,
think who was it that said this? I think it was Andreas Antonopoulos. I was listening to him talk this one time. That guy's just an absolute genius. And
absolutely.
he was talking about how you just have to let people go out there and learn for themselves. And that's part of the adoption process. That's part of the learning process.
Yep.
And I think that's what this last big hype was about. And you're going to see Bitcoin kind of be in this bear market for a while people get readjusted to what just happened because it blew up. We're talking like $400 to $20,000 in a year. That's insane.
It was unbelievable, man.
And then to see projects go up to $1 billion valuations and back down to $1 million or under valuation, it's an adjustment period. So I think that we have a lot more of an educated group of people that are around crypto and actively involved in crypto now. And anyone else who's coming in from the outside will be a lot more hesitant to just throw their money at something like BitConnect, because they've heard, oh, this guy lost so much money in crypto. I need to be careful about how I invest my money. So you see people doing more research. And because of that, the ICO market has obviously calmed down a lot, right?
Yeah,
But it's inevitable. And I think as people learn the capability of this technology moving forward and what we can actually accomplish by decentralizing money and bringing ownership of funds back into our own hands, you're going to see a lot more innovation and a lot more money flow into this space.
absolutely. Coinpayments, you guys are really active in the conference scene. I've seen you guys at a few conferences. Where are you guys going to be next?
So we're actually heading to World CryptoCon in Las Vegas next week.
So jealous. I'm so jealous.
I thought you were coming.
I can't. I got too much work going on here in Canada. It's just a tough time. We're doing a lot of work on our back end, and not the right time for me to step away right now. But I'm gonna feel like I'm there. I know so many people
Is your partner Ken attending?
Oh yeah, Ken's gonna be. It's Ken's birthday, so there's a huge.
Right, it is Ken's birthday.
Yeah,
That's
so more
wow.
coins actually throwing Ken a birthday party down there. Yeah, World CryptoCon is gonna be bonkers. Adam, the guy running the whole show, this guy's like the hardest working guy in crypto. I know that this guy's been working 24 hours a day to make sure that this is something people are going to be talking about for the next year, waiting for the next one. It's going to be an anticipated event. So
For sure. And I mean, crypto conferences are a lot of fun and a lot of good networking and work gets done there. But what we've really tried to focus on in the past year is to kind of get away from the traditional crypto, same kind of.
They're in a bubble, man. Dude, conferences are in a bubble.
In 2017, I went to 6 straight conferences, and it was the exact same people at each conference, right? And as fun as that is to connect with your friends and your colleagues, we're a payment processing company. We are a merchant-related company.
How is that helping you?
We're trying to that mainstream, and not just how is it helping our business, but how is it helping crypto? For all of us meeting up, right? So over the last 12 months, we've actually attended Shopify's Unite conference, Magento's Imagine conference, the Internet Retailing conference out in London, and we're trying to focus on actual merchant-based events where we can go showcase our product to people who will actually use it and actually pick up some clients and show people how much better it is to transact with crypto. Lower fees, no chargebacks, diversity in cross-border transactions. This is what cryptocurrency stands for.
It's so important.
And nobody knows about it. I went to a conference called IGB Live in Amsterdam a few months back. Probably my most successful conference I've been to in my life. Why is that? We were one of 2 crypto companies there. There were something like I think 600 companies represented at this conference and only 2 cryptocurrency gateways. So what happens? I walk around, everyone is so excited to meet me, to learn about crypto. And I think 1 in every 2 people that I talked to ended up signing up for Coinpayments and using crypto in their business moving forward.
Absolutely.
So I think it's on us, the people who've been in this industry early, to go out there and show people what we do and educate them on how it can improve their lives and
Yep.
improve their businesses.
People are
And
shy, man. I mean,
we'll move forward.
yeah, it's so easy to get laughed at, and I mean, me myself, I'm a huge evangelist of Bitcoin. I talk to everyone. I talk to the people at the Tim Hortons drive-through. I always make the joke: Can I pay with Bitcoin? Can I pay with crypto? I literally spread the word 24/7. But the thing is so many of these companies through these conferences, and I really do believe conferences are in a bubble right now, because for the main fact that it's starting to not make any sense for companies like Coinpayments to sponsor these events and set a booth up at these events. The big one, World CryptoCon, totally different story. They actually are making a focus on bringing in people that aren't into crypto and making it interactive and making it an experience. But there's so many of these companies, I'm not going to name any of them, that are just throwing a conference together, getting a bunch of sponsors, charging thousands of dollars to these companies for you to come show your company to people that already know about you, people that are already in the crypto space. So you guys, it's amazing to hear that you guys are presenting at conferences that have nothing to do with it. Just Learn Crypto, we're taking the same steps. We've realized that people already know us in the crypto space, and people just organically will find out about us through word of mouth. But we really need to be targeting the 92% of people that don't know about crypto. And these crypto companies make the non-crypto conferences more fun. I mean, we're exciting, man. This is new technology. This is the future.
I'm actually super excited for 2019. We've been invited to speak at the eTail West conference in Palm Springs. It's the largest e-commerce conference in the United States.
Wow.
And we'll also be the headline sponsor of the Internet Retailing Expo in London in April.
Wow.
And I believe it's the top 100 e-commerce companies in the entire EU that are attending that one. And none of these companies are using crypto yet. And we're going to be up there on stage being like, hey, this is what our company does. This is how your business. Come check it out. And even if you start with crypto, and even if it's 1% of your annual revenue that's going through cryptocurrency, you're tapping into a market of over $200 billion today that could easily go to $1 trillion. And it's new people with new money who you wouldn't have had be able to target business before. So I think that's going to be a big wave towards the future, and I'm really excited to be part of it.
Yeah, man, that's fantastic. It's good to hear. Me and Ken are actually going to be putting together a couple of events next year. But again, we want to step away from the conference scene. So just quickly, I'll mention the Satoshi's Ball that we're throwing here in Ottawa. That's taking place on December 15th. Between me and Ken, we've been to about 50 conferences, crypto conferences in 2018. They're great. They're a fun time. You get to, like you said, you see the same people. You can build relationships. Like a lot of work gets done at these conferences, and a lot of crypto to crypto collaborations take place. A lot of strategic partnerships happen. But again, we need to be targeting people that aren't into crypto. That being said, Just Learn Crypto is throwing something we're calling Satoshi's Ball, which is going to be networking and that VIP experience, that after party effect that we all love so much from conferences. To give a shout out to Tracy from Untraceable, she threw an amazing event in Toronto. Me and you, I think that's where we actually first met, was at that event. But that was one of the best events I've been to, strictly because it was organized in a way where there was amazing networking. The booths were set up separately from the speakers, so there was actually, you still could mingle and network with these companies while speaking was going on. It wasn't over flooding it. And then it was just an amazing VIP experience. So we're taking some pages from the Untraceable book and creating that VIP experience, but giving everyone a few hours of really great networking at the same time. So it's something that's needed in the space. And I'm glad that you guys are on the same page. You guys are going to these non-crypto events and making them crypto. And that's what it's all about, man. So listen, we at Just Learn Crypto, we really focus on simplifying things. So I always ask people this question, but how do you describe Bitcoin and blockchain to a 5-year-old?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one, eh? Yeah, you didn't prep for that one, bud.
You know what? Something really funny is I was trying to explain Bitcoin to my 5-year-old nephew last time I was babysitting him. He was in town from Toronto, and all he got from the conversation is, "I bit corn once." Oh boy, we got a long way to go. But you know, these 5-year-olds these days, they are just full of technology, and their minds are just exploding and expanding. And when you have that opportunity to sit someone down like that and simplify the idea of Bitcoin, you really realize how easy it is to say.
Yeah.
And I would say to a 5-year-old is, hey, Bitcoin is a currency that belongs to you. When you are trusting a third person and a number on a screen to rely on your value in this world, you're giving up your own self.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a hard concept to grasp, but I think people nowadays, they don't want accountability and responsibility. And people like things to be easy. And that's why this banking system and fiat system and government system works right now, because it's easy. You don't have to think. You can walk around mindlessly and not have to deal with anything, right?
For people like us, but there's 2 billion unbanked people in the world that don't have that luxury.
And you know, in East Africa, it's one of the largest growing Bitcoin communities in the world right now. In Kenya and Uganda, where Binance is based now, there's a company called M-Pesa that facilitates mobile payments. And they've been doing this for years, predating cryptocurrency. They're probably one of the first digital voucher tokens that were transferred for value in the whole world. And they recently got into Bitcoin. So anyone in those countries can use their cell phone and use their cell phone credits to buy into these cryptocurrencies and transact with them. It's actually phenomenal what's happening over there. People who've never had a bank account in their life can now send electronic payments to anyone in the world through their cell phone devices. All they need is connection to the internet, and it's good to go.
Crazy, man. I mean, it's crazy that we have this in this I mean, when I was a kid, I remember like counting my pennies, and now we don't even have pennies in Canada anymore. I mean, money evolves, money changes. There is a shelf life to a currency, and I think the average is like 26 years of a shelf life that a currency has before it gets ruined or something bad happens to it. So, I mean, money is an ever evolving thing. I think my best description of money comes from Andreas Antonopoulos when he says money is a language. It's a way for me to express value to you in a way that we both agree that there's value. So, I mean, it's if you really simplify things and dumb it down, people understand why Bitcoin is such a big deal, because it really is. It's a huge deal, and it's something that, you know, we really need as a community to take responsibility to bring other people in and show them like how friggin' easy this stuff is to use, and it's not something that's big and scary and needs to be avoided. There's companies like Coinpayments that you can use as a merchant service, and there's companies like Just Learn Crypto that are educating people on it. So it's been awesome chatting with you, man. Do you want to maybe give any shout outs, or do you want to tell people where they can find you or find more of your stuff?
Yeah, I think everyone needs to go on Twitter and follow at CoinPaymentsNet. You can follow me personally at El Oso Borracho. It's ELBORRACHO. Hey, it's a long time nickname. That's what I've learned from being in the cryptocurrency industry. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
Dude, if you watched me and Ken, do you see what me and Ken do?
Well, and that's what, like, even like a coin like Doge, that's what it's all about. It's create something that's funny and build a community, because that's what cryptocurrency truly is.
Got the Doge.
And like, you really want to explain to a 5-year-old what all of this is about. It's about community. It's about people that decide that something has value because they believe in it. And it's about supporting each other and building something that we can all rely on for the future.
Hell yeah.
I think that's what crypto's all about.
Awesome, man. Well, let's try and line up a screen props here. See if we can nail one.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thanks for being on the show, guys. Make sure you follow Coinpayments on Twitter. They're on Facebook. Check out their website. Check out their blog at blog.coinpayments.net.
Now we just started up this wicked Instagram page. I'll tell you to check it out. Same thing at CoinPaymentsNet. You're really going to like what you see there.
That's awesome, guys. And make sure to hit like, comment, follow, share this stuff. Follow Just Learn Crypto too, because we're going to be putting out tons of content and giving companies like Coinpayments the chance to actually get their voice out there and explain this and make it simple so that we can learn and actually understand what this stuff all is. So thanks again for tuning into the Just Learn Crypto show, guys, and have a great day.
Thanks for having us, Sean.